Hello and welcome to the Quebber channel. I am Jason, your host. One of the hardest things to deal with as a disabled person is people who are not disabled and don't understand what it's like. I am highly intelligent. I have done things in my life that are amazing. I can take apart computers, I can rework them, I can code, I know everything there is to fucking know about AI and everything like that, but I'll never be able to make money out of it. I'll never be able to turn it into a career. I'll never be able to leverage any of that experience and knowledge into a stable thing. Do you think I wouldn't love that? I see all the people out there creating AI influencers and AI fake avatars and everything, and creating new stuff and that, and see them making money out of it, see them doing well out of it, and as side hustles they are making more money than I'll get in a year, and it's all wonderful and that, but I'll never be able to do that. My brain doesn't work like that. My brain can't handle that. And always we come up against the same fucking thing. And I'm sorry, I'm going to rant. I am going to rant. This is going to be a fucking rant video. This really is. You see, everybody in the fucking world should know what it's like to be disabled and to be locked into a house. Why? Because of the certain virus that we faced. Nearly every single one of you went through weeks and months of not being able to leave your house. And you complained and you whined and you bitched about it. And you didn't think. That should have given you some empathy for those people who have to stay indoors for their entire life. I have always said it. Being able to have a week off, 2 weeks off, 3 weeks off, being able to play your games and have your holidays and all that is absolutely and completely fucking different than your house becoming a prison. Try thinking about how that 2-3 months of being locked down in whichever country you're in, where you couldn't leave the house, where your front door became a barrier. And then think about what it's like to people who are disabled. People who can't function out there. All you see is, oh, he's sitting at home, he's got all his computers, he's got all this stuff, I have to work every day, I have to do this every day, I have to work, and I can't afford to have stuff like that. Please, swap fucking places with me. Right now, swap places with me, please. I can't walk outside my front door. I can't go and visit my friends. I can't walk to the local shop. I can't go to the local town. I can't get on a train and visit another place. I can't plan a holiday to visit friends in America. I am trapped inside these 4 walls. It's a wonderful prison, but it's a prison. My coping strategies allow me to survive within these 4 walls, within this garden, within this property. Yes, you have to go to work. But you have wonderful things, like you work through the week, and then at the end of the week, it's the weekend or whenever, when you have your time off, and it's like, that's a time you can have to yourself, and you appreciate it so much because you've worked all week, and you appreciate spending that money because you've worked for it. My money is completely dependent on politics, on the next government, on the next policy. And it's terrifying to know that at any point in time a review could come up and I could be kicked off disability. It's terrifying to be in that situation, to be completely controlled by another system and not have that self-independence. That ability to just get up and leave the house and visit and go to work, and if the job isn't very good and you do have a choice of going, you have choices that I don't have. I'd love to go for a walk. I'd love to go to the local train station and get on a train and just go and just say, hey, get a day pass or whatever it's called, and just get on the train and go places and just visit people. I'd love to walk around go outside my house and walk around where I live and come back. I'd love to walk to a local chippy, grab some chips and go and sit in the local park and grab some seed and feed the birds and the ducks and that. I'd love to have the freedom of choice of stepping outside that front door, and I never will have. I never will have that choice. And this is where it gets hard, because every day is the same for me. I don't have any holiday at the end of the week. I don't have any thank God it's Friday or oh my God it's Monday. Every day is the same. I don't get to explore stuff and be there and go out. And non-disabled people really should understand that more since a certain virus we faced. They really should. They had a tiny, tiny, tiny taste of what it's like to have that freedom taken away from you. Freedom of choice. I so would love to go and visit my friends. I'd love to walk into a shop and order a takeout instead of having to, if I ever want to take out using Just Eat, and that I'd love to actually walk to a place and have a meal inside a place. I'd love to go to my local shop and walk around the aisles and see what they've got in. Even if I don't buy anything, I'd love to just be able to walk around that shop and just see what they've got in and what new cereals and what new bits and pieces. Not going to buy anything, but I'd love to just go there. I'd love to go to town. I'd love to go to game. I'd love to go into a computer shop in my local town and walk around and see what they've got. I'd love to go to the library and the museum. But I can't. And you can. Even if you choose to stay in, it's a choice for you. It isn't a choice for me. I really wish there was more empathy in the world and more understanding of the challenges that disabled people have. People who should be on it, who are diagnosed, who do have official issues that actually make it impossible for them to go out and have a job. But we're seen as leeches, we're seen as the lowest thingy, we're seen as people that don't matter, we're seen as the invisible people that drain the resources of the country. And every politician, every new party, every new election year, they've got some way of, oh, we'll reduce this, we'll reduce this, we'll reduce this, we'll cut it from the disability budget, we'll cut it from here, we'll get them all back in work, they shouldn't be on thingy anyway, they can do jobs. And every time we hear those words, we get scared. Every time we hear those words, the fear builds up because we know what's coming. We know that we'll be put through the ringer again. We know that they'll hire a company to try and get more people off the list because it looks good for the voters. And we're an easy target. We're an easy thingy. Oh, we'll lower your taxes. We'll get rid of all the disabled people off the thingy. We'll do this. There's hundreds of thousands of them who shouldn't be on there, wrapping us all into one little bundle, one little nice little thingy. Oh, we'll get them to do this, we'll get them to do that. I'd love to go back to college. I'd love to, now that disability is more known, I'd love to go to we have a brilliant university, Staffordshire University, within walking distance of where I live. I would absolutely love to go and take some AI courses there. And these days, there is actually a lot more backing for disabled people. And doing study from home and so on. And I don't have an option of doing things like that. If I had to go to college, I'd need someone with me. I'd need someone literally to make sure I got to the lessons and make sure I got back from the lessons. I'd need a carer to help me get there and back so I didn't get lost or got stuck or ended up sitting in a computer lab till fucking midnight and then trying to get home at midnight because my brain completely lost track of the time. This is Jason for the Quever channel. I hope you're all having a wonderful day.